Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Thursday, October the 4th, 2012. We got some nice move in the market today, so I want to show you guys a few charts and let you guys know there's a couple of stocks out there that I'd be interested in looking at as well, at least adding to the watch list. So let's go over a few. We're starting off with the Wilshire 4500. This one, the EMW, is one of the stronger charts we talked about, and we've been bullish on this for at least the past week. You can see what we got long here. The stop was here, and stop loss continues to be here for now. I could just as easily advance it to this point. The only reason I have it is because we may get some kind of news on the unemployment front tomorrow, which could give you some intraday weakness, something like that, if it was bad news. If it's good news, this thing continues to move to the upside, and we start to test, of course, the previous high, which will be a very nice trade for us there. This is a new chart for us to actually start keeping on our website at PerfectStockAlert.com, but again, all of my personal charts with all my annotations as well as my stop loss limits, entry signals, and so forth and so on are kept on the free website there for you guys, and they're updated every single day, so you can check that out. And I'll have several that I'll be updating this evening, so be sure to check them out. Looking now at the S&P 500, or the SPX, this one also came to life today. We've now moved back within this little channel that we had before, and that's where we expect to be until we get a breakout above this upper trend line. I do expect a breakout of that upper trend line simply because gold and silver are already making that breakout. We've already seen that breakout there, so I would expect the averages to follow suit. Also, you will notice if you actually go and look at the S&P 500, a lot of the individual companies you may have been trading are already breaking out to new highs. Once a high amount of those individual companies begin to do that, then the S&P, which is just an average of those individual companies, will also do that. So again, I'm looking for this to continue to move to the upside. If you're late to the party and you're thinking, man, I've missed all the opportunities, actually the Russell 2000 Small Cap Index, I could actually mark it today and have marked it, indicating that I would be a good buy opportunity now, assuming that tomorrow gives you 1 penny higher than today's high. Today's high was 844.65, so if you were to beat that by even a single penny intraday, it'd be a buy signal for me, and I would simply put my stop off the low point here, right there, like today's low. Actually, if we were to rally tomorrow and close to the upside, I would take my stop, which is currently here, and I advance it to that day's low. So we'll be, advance the stop as we go, of course, to eliminate risk. But the main thing here is I'm looking for a test at the previous high. And again, if you've watched the video that we talked about yesterday, that's on our free website at PerfectStockAlert.com on the homepage there, it tells you different things you got to look for are, bullish uptrends, bearish downtrends, so forth and so on. When you're looking at the situation, you can clearly see we are in a clearly defined uptrend, and when those situations, you're looking for buy opportunities. When you find them, take advantage of them, especially when they're coming close to the 50-day moving average or below them. That's where you really want to find a good quality. And more important than that, if you're really just looking for individual companies to do, there's lots of them out there to do that, but also find them with situations where we have really strong chart patterns. Right here is still a really strong chart pattern. We talked about this back when it was happening. This is a very large cup and handle formation here, very bullish condition. We told you once you broke out above this resistance line, that was a great buy opportunity. That happened. Next couple of days you could have been a buyer, took some money to the upside, but this trade is still actually in effect. All we did was pull back down to test the previous resistance, now acting as support. That's why we're bouncing off of that and we're moving higher. This is a big move here. The UUP actually broke to the downside there, the U.S. Bullish Dollar Index Fund, and that's fine. That's what we're actually expecting to happen. We were getting up over the overbought condition on the ultimate oscillator up here. It was threatening like it wasn't going to break down, but she eventually did. Today was the proof of that. It had lower low today than we'd seen before. We've also got lower highs than we've seen before, so this is all a good trade right here. We have no concerns with this at this point in time. And again, you knew to do this back during this time period when this candlestick formation was forming. We told you don't go long. Instead, look for this to be a short opportunity once you peak, that little bounce that happens here, because you are in an overall downtrend. And when you're in a downtrend, all you want to do is look for sell opportunities. Do not try to call the bottom. The XOI, or the oil and gas index here, this one we see as very, very bullish chart, and we've tried to enter it twice, been stopped out in both cases, in most recent cases here. But you'll notice all we did was pull back down. We talked about this when the problem with those tight candlestick formations. It's easy to get stopped out, and all you're really doing is pulling back down to the 50-day moving average where you want to be doing your buying anyway. And right now I'm going to be marking this chart as a buy with a stop set off of today or yesterday's low. you might not see a hammer candlestick formation here. You know that I like to find nice hammer candlestick formations or a breakout. In this particular case here, if you blend these two candlesticks together, it gives you the same basic overall effect as a hammer candlestick formation. All a hammer is price activity went down, then price activity went back up, and they closed higher than there, and you can see that bulls are actually stronger. So in effect, when you see that, that's the same thing as this and this combined. Australia's market, the AORD, again, still advancing the stop on this one, just increasing our gain here. This is a very nice trade, and again, notice the previous cup and handle chart pattern was the big warning that you've got a big move coming. The Dow Jones Industrial Average also came to life today, and we just basically did the same thing as the S&P 500. Here's the resistance point that I'm drawing here, and we just moved back within this little channel that we had here. So that's fine. We can stay in there, and we can start bouncing around there if we want. Again, I'm looking for this to break out and at least test the previous high. I'm still expected to break out, but again, we'll advance the stop as we test that previous high to eliminate any risk there. But for now, keep an eye on this, and on the long side, I wouldn't buy it here. I think your buying opportunity, your good ones, have already passed you, but you can find individual companies in the overall averages that will make a lot better trades for you if you're looking at an average that's maybe already overextended. A couple days ago, maybe a week ago, I don't remember exactly, I gave you guys like 5 different stocks I'd be keeping an eye on. Some of them have already taken off, like Wells Fargo, it's gone. I wouldn't try to chase that. If you actually traded that, and congratulations to you. Also Apple, that's a nice trade as well. We also talked about Caterpillar. I like that still. Apache, it hasn't come to life yet, but we're still seeing it's still in an uptrend. I'd also add to the list there, just glancing today, I like the let's say Alcoa as well as McDonald's and DuPont maybe. So there's several, and also maybe even Avon products look pretty interesting on the chart pattern. So you may want to keep an eye on those charts. Okay, gold has without question broken out to the upside. Silver has as well, but the main thing here is I'm not going to advance my stop to the low of today. I typically do that, but I'm not going to do that because you can just as easily, once you've broken out of resistance, turn around and test it to find if you see support or not. So I don't want to tighten up the stop too early, so let it continue to run to the upside before you start getting tightened stop. This is a very, again, a very bullish chart pattern. Whenever you find that, you're going to be looking for a big move to the upside, not a little tiny one little point here and there. You're looking for something big to happen. So keep an eye on these gold and silver as well. If you've not been to the free website at perfectstockalert.com, it's right there. It's 100% free, and all we demand in return or ask, refer a friend. It's very important to us. It keeps us going, and you definitely want us to keep going, right? All right, God bless. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.